Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's well this evening. And hi to anybody who's watching on catch up. Just a little running session today. I was thinking maybe after about half an hour of watching the trains, I might do a bit of scenery work just for a change. As you can see from some of the shots, I have done some scenery work since last week. Done a few bits and pieces. So you got any questions or comments? Put them in the chat. So what's everyone been at? Oh, hi, Nissy. How's it going? I liked your rock work. I was looking at that video the other day, Nissy. It looks very good. Hi, David. How you doing? David, did you put a comment on the video that I put out last night? Because I thought I seen you pop up to say you put a comment on there and then it disappeared. And I couldn't see it anywhere. But yet it's telling me I've got 5 comments, but I can only count 4. I'm sure I've seen your name pop up with a comment. So if you did comment and you're wondering why I haven't replied, that's why, because it's not showing up. You did put a comment up. Yeah, it's not showing. It's showing on my system as being, there is a comment there, but when I go to look, it's not listed. So I can't actually see the comment. Yeah, we're doing a lot of work in there at the moment, Nissy. There's a lot to be done over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully now next week they'll be putting the slab across the top for the platform, and then we'll have some fun of laying the track. It's only 2 short sections of track. It's only going to be about 50 feet long each section. David, if you can see your comment, add another comment underneath it and see if it pops up. So I seen it come up on my phone and I went to answer it and then it just disappeared. Yeah, it was a great bit of work there last week getting that concrete down. That was a great donation from a local quarry, Caffrey's Quarry. They donated the concrete. That just finishes off out the back. And a lot of work to do over the next couple of weeks, putting the fence up, making up the track panels for the 7 1/4 inch ride-on, and laying the 3-foot gauge track as well. And then we have to get Drumbo back. And that'll be some fun trying to crane that into position. As she's almost 45 tons. She's got to be lifted over a height of probably about 20, 25 foot. David, you'll have to come over and visit us sometime. But, there's a lot of hard work's gone into that museum over the past, well, 3 years, really. And yeah, it's all come to fruition now. A lot of this work would have been completed last year if it wasn't for, a certain global pandemic that held everything up. But hopefully now, by the end of this summer, the museum will be looking really, really good. And it'll put us in a good position, ready for next summer, next year, hopefully, when things are back to normal and the tourist seasons are normal. And we'll be open for visitors. We are open at the moment, but there just isn't many people around. We're hoping now for the next couple of months it will pick up with the schools closing here now last week. And the national schools are finished for the summer, or the primary schools. Where is everyone tonight? Is there something else on YouTube tonight? There's no football tonight, is there? Only shown 4 people. Oh well, never mind. It's good you guys are here. So we got David and Nissy, and there must be 2 other people lurking in the background. Let's have a look to see. I know Double O'Neill's got one out at 8 o'clock, I think. Oh no, this has already come out. So it must have came out at 7, did it? Yeah. Oh, Somerset Andy's got one out as well. I'll have to watch that later on. And there's Stuart, St. Mary's Church has got one out. I caught Container Man's stream yesterday, was it? He was in some train yard where they were breaking up locos. Hi, March West, Norman, Kieran. Oh, here come the regulars now. I thought everyone must be watching Trish. Yeah, I'll have to catch up with his later. I do like Trish and Double O'Neill. He's got a very good manner and he makes his videos very, very entertaining and full of information. Oh, is that the one I put out yesterday, Kieran, the update on the work? I will have a video out tomorrow. It's going to be on the rock work and stuff I've done here. It's only going to be about 5 or 6 minutes long because I was editing it the past couple of days and I've lost some footage. And also I think I haven't filmed some footage as well because I just carried on and got the stuff done without stopping to film it. So it's going to be a bit of a mismatch. But I'll put it out tomorrow and it will give you the gist of what I've done. And then if you can see there on, let's put camera, and then you go dad camera into solo. You can see there I've started doing some of the scenic work along there. And once I get that completed, I'm going to move on to the original rock face, do the scenic work around there and film myself doing that. I'm just going to have a little bit of running session today, Norman, for about 20 minutes or so. And then I was going to stop everything and do a little bit of scenic work around this area here. So you can watch me do that, make a mess of it. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that comment, David. As I say, I was on my phone and it flashed up to say you'd left a message. And then when I went to answer it, it had gone. And whatever reason, YouTube must have marked it as spam and deleted it. So I was hoping you'd be here tonight so I could mention to you in case you think I was being rude or I deleted it. I'm still waiting on my A class to arrive, the Irish A class. They put a bit of a teaser up of them on Facebook today, so I'm hoping now in the next couple of weeks it should arrive. Also, there was a Grand Prix on last weekend, so I sat doing a few more kits. This is one I got for Father's Day, Metcalf signal box. I also put together another one of those low reef stone houses, and with the signal cabin came a couple of little huts as well, line side huts and fuel offices. I've got it in the same livery as the 121 that's going around, the orange and black, or sometimes referred to as the black and tan. Thank you, David. Some would argue that I'm not a gentleman, but I'll take that compliment. Hi, Finbar. How you doing? Finbar's over watching on Facebook, I see. You can come over and join us on YouTube. That's where the majority of people are, Finbar. I suppose I can put a link up for this stream. Anybody who was here earlier on when I was doing a test with a different laptop, that laptop is going to be rebuilt because it kept crashing. So I'm going to reset it to factory settings and see how it goes. Right, that's just a link to the YouTube stream, which has gone out to, because I'm also streaming on the Donegal Dad and Donegal Model Railway Facebook page. Yeah, the scenery is coming along, Finbar. It's getting there. Actually had my daughter Anna out. She was doing some of it. I think she was that bored. She wanted to come out and do some of the scenery. She likes doing the static grass and the scatter and that sort of thing. So most of that work up there with the clumps around the tunnel portal and that is her work. Under my supervision, of course. Yeah, the layout's getting there. It's like this. You can see there on 3 of the cameras where I've started the scenic, and it's working my way around. So when I've that bit done, it'll be a good third of the layout done, and then I'll probably move on to the station, and then it will be the sort of engine shed and TMD area. But you see there on camera 4, I'll just make that solo. You can see there some of the seafoam trees I made. That's just bits of seafoam, sprayed them brown with just some acrylic rattle can. Sprayed them, then sprayed them with hairspray, used some of the blended turf, I think it was. Yeah, blended turf, the green blend from Woodland Scenics. Scattered that over. Another blast of hairspray, and I used on some of them, I've got some Gauge Master leaves. Put that on there for a bit of extra color. And one of them has even got some pink bits on there, which is what Anna does, because when she was in Worley with me in 2019, she picked up a little bit of pink fluff and she uses that to make like a cherry blossom. And then once they're all sprayed with hairspray, I take them outside and give them a good soaking with some scenic cement and let that dry overnight, and that keeps everything in place. Hi Digger, how's it going? Now, I was doing some experiments with static grass because I was trying to find the best way to glue it, the best static grass to use. So I got a couple of pieces of wood. I'll just get them out here. And I'll change cameras to this one, and then I can move this one around. Right. So I've got 2 boards here that I put grass on. So this is Woodland Scenic static grass, and this is WWS static grass. I'll put it that way around. So I used, this is the WWS Scenic glue. This is PVA, the 50/50 PVA water, and this is just PVA, just to see which one worked out the best. And this is the same WS glue, 50/50, pure PVA. And I think the WWS grass is a lot better than the Woodland Scenic. I just find this, it just seems to go on a lot better, I think. That is 4 mil. Because what I find with the so that's the Woodland Scenic grass. I find it very fine and a bit thick compared to the WWS stuff. This is a lot. Seems to be a lot finer. Hi, Jilek. How are you doing? You're full of questions again this week. Yeah, I think the WWS stuff is thicker, and so they had there last week. They were having a Prime Day sale, giving 20% off. So I got some 4mm dead grass, 4mm spring, and 6mm wild meadow. So hopefully that should be enough there. They're 100-gram bags. And along with the other stuff I have, I should have enough to do the whole lot, I hope. Hi, Jerry. Hope you're well, sir. Is that the big rocket that they're moving, Jerry? For some reason, that didn't come up in my feed if it was a... Or maybe YouTube's been helpful in unsubscribing from them again. Hi, Rachel. Rachel is my youngest daughter. Also, chief camera person for me. So hopefully now she's finished school over the summer, we can do lots of filming together over the summer, get lots done. Hi, Tim. How's it going? Age restricted your video. Why did... Why did it... Well, I don't know. I was just chatting to David earlier on, and it deleted one of David's comments off my videos for some reason. I don't know what he said. Maybe he was being rude. Steamy pork. Yeah, I don't know what it is with YouTube. I know it's all the algorithms, and every so often it throws a spanner in the works, but it just seems to be happening more often. Or maybe I just never noticed it before because I was just watching YouTube and consuming it and not producing stuff on there. Hi, Leslie. How you doing? Hope you're keeping well. YouTube, yeah. What's the latest video one to come out? Is it Rumble? I've signed up to it. I might start putting my videos up on Rumble as well as YouTube. Has anybody else used the WWS Progress applicator? Hi, Alan. How you doing? 2 streams in a day, huh? YouTube probably won't like me posting that in there. So it's another, similar to YouTube, another video sharing site. I just made an account in there, another Denny Goldad account. I haven't got any further than that yet. But I was going to copy everything over. But yeah, there's not many model railway stuff on there at the moment. I think I only found one other. All right, I'm going to start parking up these trains, and then I'll get on and do some more scenic work. I'll increase the speed of the 121 just to get it round a bit more quicker. Right, that's them all over at the station area. And we'll make this solo. Hang on, I also miss something there that Digger said. Right, so what I'm going to do is do some static grass along the top here and a little bit along here. So for that, I'm using the WWS Pro Grass applicator, which gave me a hefty zap. Was it Anthony's stream I was watching? Somebody's stream I was watching, and I was watching the stream instead of watching what I was doing, and zapped myself. Eight dislikes, really, Alan? Let me know your secret. I don't know, I just ignore the haters. Most of the dislikes I get come from inside my own house. Although they are starting to pay attention now that I've reached over 800 subs. They're a bit surprised. And I think they all thought I would have given up on YouTube by now. But I actually quite like it. I got the new nuke wagons. Right, I put some 4mm grass in the hopper. What did I just put in there? I put in some spring grass. I'm going to use the static grass layering spray, WWS. Hi Charlie, how you doing? Yeah, Cura Scout do some great stuff. You know, it's all because they're actually an Irish company, that's why. Right. This is right. Try not to fall over. Ow, God, zapped myself again. So there's a little bit of the static grass. It's not looking too bad. So what I'll do now is go over that with 6mm of a different color. The channel on Rumble is still Denny Godad. I haven't got any content up, so it mightn't let you see it. Let's make sure it's switched off before I stick my finger in the hopper to clean it out. All right, Rachel's watching, so if I shock myself and end up on the floor, she'll come out and help me. All right, I'm going to try some of this 6mm Wild Meadow. Layer that on top, see how that looks. All right, one of the problems with the WWS stuff is it tends to ball and clump together, and you have to break it up before you put it into the hopper. Now, I've seen Martin on one of his things, he did produce a little thing for breaking it up in. He said it is their problem why it does that. It's all to do with humidity and everything when they're packing it. But to be honest, it's not that much of a hardship just to break it up before you put it in the hopper. Right, let's see how that looks. Again, a lot of this is just trial and error and experimenting. Well, you thought Curascale was Australian? No, they're over here. They're Irish railway models, and they're based in Dublin. And a Curascale is their UK name. I actually, I was in the model shop today, and I was looking around. I was looking at the Airfix and plastic kits, and they had a submarine kit there. It was 1/48 scale. I think it was 1/48, and it was like 425 quid for this kit. So you'd end up with a submarine. The model was about almost 1.5 meters long, I think it was. I'm trying to do this while balancing on a stool, so I don't. Well, let's see how that looks. Right, I got some of it on the bushes. So the lesson there is do the static grass before you do the bushes. I think that actually gives a good bit of variation there. Is that actually coming out? Is that focusing? So put your bank ballot sinks, yeah. I don't know how popular Rumble is. I think it's just starting off, really. So I don't think they have all the restrictions yet that YouTube have. Yeah, I think that's worked out quite nice. So with the spring grass, 4 mil, and then the 6 mil, the summer meadow, wild meadow. So if I sprinkle a couple of the woodland scenic flower bits on top of there, that'll look quite nice. Bottle the seed there from the submarines under it. Or just have a periscope sticking up from the water. That's all you need. I think I've seen some of those videos. Have you ever seen where they've dubbed over Postman Pat with in Irish? Put the Irish twist on it. Yeah, I showed you two model shops. There was Mark's Models in Dublin. It was the other one in Enniskillen, the shorter video, because that's the closest one to me. It's about an hour's drive. I'll check it out, Alan. Oh, is she watching Windsor Horse Stream, is she? Bob the Builder's been bumped off. Right. I'm going to use the sock over the vacuum method. I got in trouble the other day because I used the Dyson out here. My missus came out, was having a look and seen the green scatter. And then she went, "Is this why the inside of my Dyson is all green?" I was like, "No, I don't know anything about that." Right. Anybody who's got headphones on, it's going to get a bit noisy for a minute. Where did I put that tub? It's bad enough she finds me out here with all her tights. I have to explain, no, it's for a model railway. I think she thinks I'm out here wearing them. Oh, I'm running out of tubs. Right, so this could be for the... How do you twist it? You know what? I might get the smaller applicator out just to get into that. Oh. Right, so I've got a smaller applicator as well. This is the Pico one, but it's all made by WWS, which is quite handy because I only discovered my local model shop has the layering spray, but with a Pico label on it. So I can pick that up Yeah, I've got a little portable one here, but the Dyson was much handier to use for the amount I wanted to vacuum up, which is why I borrowed it. So what's the American for tights? Is it pantyhose? Right, so I'm going to do along here with some static grass. Again, same thing again. Nothing about this. You're supposed to use it in a well-ventilated area. It doesn't actually stink as much as hairspray. I done those trees about 5-6 days ago, and it still stinks of hairspray in here. It hasn't stood up as well with this one as it does the other one. David, Rumble is just another video sharing site like YouTube. Yeah, the Laren spray is very, very good. It's one of those things I've seen them use, and I thought, it can't be that good, but it actually is. No, it's not cheap. It's about, I think, 12 quid, something like that. A can, but to be honest, a can goes a long way. Right, so this is it's no good. I think I'm gonna have to get one of those micro applicators just to get into those. But that has stood up a lot better. Let's see how that looks. Also, I need to clean off the track. And now that looks like a disused track. But that should all vacuum off. Now, if I get some of my pre-prepared tufts, or have I got none left? To blend those in with a bit of scatter because there's a slightly different color. I need to do some more tufts. I'll just move the camera. So here's one of the little tufts I made. I might take that one out of there. Actually, it's completely the wrong color. I've also made that with light spring glass, and it's the wrong color to go in there. It looks out of place. Yeah, I've never used a puffer bottle. I must get one. If I of course, there'll be ballasting going over this track, so that will get rid of some of the grass. Yeah, just put that there, cleaned it up a little bit. Obviously, the ballasting will be going over, creating a shoulder, so covering some of that grass and tidying it up. So I just need to so I got these tufts here, so I'm going to show you these. So these are the tufts I made up ages ago. So I'm just going to put some flower heads on them. I'll move this stuff out of the way. Put that down so you can see. So I just get a bit of paper, kitchen towel, whatever. These are the Woodland Scenic flower heads. Just put some on a pile. Get some. So in here I just got a ready mixture of 50-50 PVA and water. Find an old paintbrush. All I do is get some of that glue, just paint it on the tops. Not too much, because you only want some of the scatter to stick. And I just take it, turn it upside down, plonk it in, shake it, plonk it in, shake it. And there you have some tufts. So I will some red done. Now I'll do some yellow. Always put the lid back on, because you never know if you're going to knock it over. There you go. Got some yellow and red ones. No, they're not. They're in just spice bottles, containers. That's why I put them in, just to keep them. But yeah, you would think they were spice. No, they're just these little ones. These here. You get 4 colors: yellow, red, white, and orange. And like those packs go a very, very long way. Like these, that's one pack in there, and I've done numerous flowers with it. I think the red and yellow look the best. The white doesn't really look right, I don't think. I know it's when you're trying to make a field of daisies, but it just doesn't look right. And the orange doesn't always look right either. So I use mostly the red and yellow. Believe me, when I was looking at these, I was actually looking at the spices to add a bit of color for flower heads and that sort of thing. But I was just wondering, with them being organic, would they decompose? And would there be a chance you'd end up with mold on your layout? I know you probably seal them in with glue and everything like that, but then it's probably better than using something like this, which is probably classed as microplastics. So now I can peel those off and stick them along here. I might just give that a bit of a vacuum first, just to pick up any loose stuff. It's had a little while to dry. Knock over the glue. Right, vacuum's coming on, guys. It's going to get a bit noisy. course, what I didn't do was protect the back wall here. So now I've got static grass stuck on there, which I'm going to have to clean off a bit. See, it's all these little lessons you learn as you go along. See, as you find out a dozen ways how not to do something. Feels like you can put these little things in to cover up any blemishes that are coming through. Underneath, like little bits that haven't covered well, and there's a little bit of plaster of Paris showing through or something like that. So that's a few of those little flowers through. So I'm going to use some of this, what do you call this? The bushes and underbrush from Woodland Scenics, just to plonk them in place. I'm using a couple of different colors. And use some of the, again, some of the flower heads. Just sprinkle a little bit on. So it looks like, well, berries or flowers. I'll put a little bit of yellow on the bushes as well, just. Oops, that's a little bit much. You can scatter some around as well. I always find the hardest thing to do with this is to make it look natural and not look like it's symmetrical and being placed there. Because if you look at this now, they all look too evenly spaced. That's one of the things I find difficult with doing scenery is making it look natural. It looks too artificial. So I end up putting things in and evenly spacing them instead of making them more random. So what I'm going to do another day is I will take some of the sea foam, make up small bushes of sea foam to put in around there and feed in around it. Now, where's that bush gone I did make? Did I vacuum that up? Oops. Oh, there it is. So, something like that. Just a small bit of sea foam. Scatter on it. Bit of the flower head colour. And just put that in place as well. Just adds a bit of variation. Like that. So I'll make up some more of them. I also got today to try, might as well try it now, is this stuff. Briar Patch. So I've never used this stuff before, and to be honest, it just looks like sea foam. Covered over. Break bits of this up. It doesn't actually look too bad. I think with a little bit of color on that as well. I think this stuff is basically what I already done with the sea foam. Maybe I might use a bit of orange. So now these are supposed to be look like briars. When I've done with this, I'll give it a good soak with scenic cement, just to seal it all in. Yeah, place them in uneven number groups. Yeah, I'll try and do that, Norman. This, are you on about this section here? Yeah, this is going to be ballasted. So there'll be ballast running from here to here. You may be a couple of little growths of grass in the middle just to break it up. I'll take the camera out now, give you a look along there. So I'll do is put some of the trees up on the top there, a few more thickets, a few more bushes, some flowers. Let's see how it all looks. To get a stiff paintbrush in behind it there, just to brush some of that static grass off the rock face. So it looks like it's growing a beard. All I want to do as well is get some of the scatter, put spots of glue around, and using a straw blow some straight onto the face just to break it up. If you look on this bit here, also where I put some of those grass tufts in place on the rocks, do a similar thing over here. How you doing? How you doing? So I'll have to get the missus out here to inspect it later on, see what she thinks. Now I'm covered in static grass, and so is everywhere else. Yeah, I might try and get one of those puffer bottles just for doing the closer in stuff, where the bigger applicators don't quite fit. But yeah, so I need to do, once I'm happy with doing this section here and how it looks, then I'll move on to doing the hillside with the castle on top. There's all the castle bits and pieces there. And then do something with this bit of color through this rock face. And then over here, have to do something there. That's going to be a waterfall coming down into the river. And then finally, so when I do this rock face here, hopefully maybe over the weekend, I'm going to film doing this, put it up as a how-to or how not to, depending how it turns out. And then more static grass over there. Now I was thinking with this hill here, maybe getting one of the tower kits and maybe putting it on top like that, cutting into it and making it level. So it'd be like Glastonbury tour. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Hi Andy, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing well, Andy. You've just seen me put that up there to replicate Glastonbury tour. And then, of course, in that far corner is where the church is going. And then where the signal box is there, there'll be a platform in the station. But that's a couple of months away yet. Yeah, it's quite a common sight. I just think it'll be nice for that hillside. Just another feature, because like all this corner here is all being scenic, and then we have the station, and then you're into sort of the TMD and steam shed. So yeah, so I could just put it on the hill, flatten the hill a little bit, put it on there, carve like a footpath going up the hill. Put a couple of train spotters at the top of the tower. Yeah, it took me about 6 hours, I think, to build the Metcalfe, 2 towers, the walls, and the gatehouse. Yeah, it's quite a common sight around the UK. Not so much in Ireland. We tend to have ring forts on top of hills. Or burial mounds. We have down on one of the hills, about 30 miles from here, Knocknarea, we've got Queen Maeve's grave. And the tradition is if you're walking up the hill, you take a stone from the bottom of the hill, carry it up with you, and put it on the grave. If you do it the other way around, it's supposed to be very bad luck. Apparently, she was buried standing up in that grave, looking towards Ulster, to keep an eye on us up here in Ulster, that we didn't go invading her lands. Yeah, one of my relations down in Kerry has actually got an old Norman type castle on her land. So she actually owns a castle. Thank you, Andy. It's starting to get there. Like once I do this section, have it scenic and ballasted and everything can more or less complete it, I'll be quite happy. I've never done water effects before, so that'll be something new for me to try. I've watched loads of videos on it, so I'm going to try a couple of different things and see what works out. I'm also going to uplight the castle. I got some different colored LEDs to give it multicolored uplighting. So I have plenty to keep me busy. And like over here now, you can see all the scenic material lined up, ready to go. So let's see if I can get some done over the weekend now and get a good spurt on. So hopefully there should be a video out tomorrow at 6 on how I done the rock face. It's not a complete video because I lost some of the footage, and some of the footage I don't think are actually filmed. Yeah, I seen Kathy put that up. It was going to be on my watch list tonight. Yeah, she does some very good stuff, Kathy. Yeah, we all learn off each other, Andy. We just, because some methods work well for some people and not for others. Because I've tried a few other methods and I just couldn't get it to work. As I say, like the experiments I've done with the static grass. Now I find that using the layering spray and WWS seems to work the best static grass wise. The woodland scenic grass just doesn't seem to work. Now, whether it will work better in their own static grass applicator, I don't know. Any new rolling stock? I tell you what I did get, and I'm going to do a little video on this. It's far from new. But if I show you the boxes and the price, you'll be able to work out how old it is. So I got given a bag of stuff, a few bits and pieces I can do a little video on, because it was given to me by my daughter's boyfriend's father. He was clearing out somebody's attic who recently passed away and found all that stuff in the attic, so he sent it up to me. So I'm going to do a little. I think most of that stuff is from the late 70s. So the only other, you've probably seen the 121 Loco I got. And I got some, I think I showed these already. You would have seen them, the Dapol hoppers that you have to paint, the 21-ton hoppers. I got a few of those for my birthday back in May. So just these ones here. I think I got 6 of them. So they have to be painted up. So who knows when that's going to be done. Yeah, 90p. There's a little Loco in there as well. Let's see if it's got a price on the box. Yeah, it's a little class 13, and it's £5.25. So a little 060 diesel shunting Loco. So there's a few little bits and pieces in there. I'll do a little nostalgic video on. Yeah, I've got no planned purchases apart from the Irish Rail A-Class diesel, which is coming from Acura scale, or well, Irish Railway models as it is in Ireland. That's due in July sometime, which is the 1st of July today. So they put up a little teaser of it on their Facebook page today. So expecting that in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I checked the Loco that's in there. It was produced by Hornby in 77. So sometime around then. So I don't even know if it works. So that'll be part of the video, is getting it out, see if I can get it to work. And, you know, I'll probably, if it's a decent run and everything, I'll probably take it into the railway, into the museum, and let it run on the layouts in there. Right, can you hear me now, guys? Right, can you hear me now, guys? Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize my mic had switched off. I was doing a Tim and stood here talking to myself for the last 5 minutes. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, everything's on my phones and mics and everything because I'm not usually on this long. It's an hour and a half now. I have all run out of charge. So I'm going to say goodnight, guys. Sorry about that. I'll catch you all next Thursday again, hopefully, 7:30 again. Do you like this sort of format where I do a bit of running and then do a bit of scenic or do something? Is that a better way of doing it, passing the time? So I'll catch you all next week. Video out tomorrow, hopefully, on some of the rock work I've done. Say it'll be a bit muddled because I'm missing some footage and didn't take some footage, so hopefully it'll make sense. And I'll catch you all next week, so stay safe, everyone, and carry on modeling.